Okay, that's me again. I almost did not make a video today. It seems I get more busy than I thought I would. I thought I would be part-time busy, but it looks I'm full-time busy, so it gives me very little time to have some great ideas for great videos. So what we're going to do today is talking about privacy and all this stuff. So, for example, if you would look up, you have a friend who has a friend who has a friend, and they might have MS. I can't say that word. There are limitations for German, right? So somebody has MS, you Google for it, and all of a sudden you get associated with that illness, right? All the time. So whoever is spying on you might get the wrong idea, and you might be imprinted with something you really don't have. So you might want to keep your search secure. Forget about the don't track. It's so nice that they put that in, isn't it? No tracking. Like the websites would honor this. Some do, but the majority just don't. And then the incognito tab. I mean, yeah, nice idea, nice try, but don't trust it really. You know, if you want to go incognito, because not that you do criminal thing, you know, but for some reason nowadays, if you protect your privacy, you almost see like a bad guy. So I don't see it like that. So what I would recommend here, I open my nice porthole. I really love that little graphical package manager. So now we're looking for Tor, not one of the Avengers, because there's an H missing. So here we see Tor, and here you see we have different versions. We don't want it. So what we do, we just accept whatever is there. And we sudo merge. And ask for my super secret password. Put that on. Let's see how it goes. I don't think there was much trouble. Local copy, remotely. It's all done, all looks good. Important one news, I'll read that another time. See, that's a good thing. If you use Calculate Linux, you always get something to read. No, but honestly, I mean, it's a very nice operating system, guys. Give it a try. It's doing a good job to me. I mean, most reliable. Didn't let me down. And that's a funky thing. You know, even with... I had MX 16.1, and I still have it. But I'm using Calculate Linux because all of a sudden after an update my Windows shares didn't show up anymore. So as I said, I don't want to fix stuff, I want to use my computer. So I fix stuff if necessary, might be minor or whatever. Same thing I had then, I mean this is Debian based, right? In a moment on Jessie, will be soon running on Stretch, on Debian 9 stable. Then I have Linux Lite, which is very nice, and because it runs my NVIDIA graphic card, so I can play my games here without starting anything Microsoft. Even though on my Windows 10 installation I switched off the service for updates and stuff like that. That's how I believe they distribute your data to all the Microsoft servers. Yeah, so I don't have that running. So I don't have any updates coming in, and I'm not using Windows anymore. I just have too much against that I can't even use it for games. I got that Windows 10 installation, but I do not have any file, document, picture, whatsoever. Even the installers for my games, I download them with Calculate Linux, I put them on a Windows share, and then take them over from there. Or yeah, that's how I do it usually. So that's what I do. And I just so dislike Windows. I mean, how dare. How can people and companies go away with such a thing? That's unbelievable. But yeah, people don't honor their privacy. They don't give anything about it. They could also live in a glass house. You know, how can somebody sign the EULA 10 and believe? Yeah, you would have your data safe. I mean, it's not only that Windows 10 keeps you away from working, yeah, with these sudden updates and installations and whatever works there without your knowledge, and you reboot and your computer, oh no, please don't shut it off because we're doing some updates, and then you can't do your work because it's doing it forever. Yeah, as I said in the different video, keep Windows 10 secure. That means you have a Windows 10 ISO, put it in a folder, best is on a thumb drive somewhere, and put it away, never use it. That's a safe Windows 10 environment, because it keeps Windows 10 safe from your data, away from it. So here's my stuff coming in, the Tor network. Don't use it for, I would think, YouTube videos, torrent, all this stuff. I just use it for really minor things. So if I look up some, as I said, I've got a friend, his wife is having MS and stuff like that, so I would like to know what it is. But I do know that when I searched for network access storage, that I find it on Facebook, I find it everywhere, right? Because all your data gets shared, sold, and distributed all over the place. So everybody knows everything about you. And stuff I don't want to be associated with, just because of inconvenience, not that it's a criminal act to search for something like MS or other illnesses or whatsoever. But it's inconvenient, right, if you get associated with stuff like that. So here, process completed. That means it should have been worked without any trouble. Now we're looking for the strongest adventure. Not there yet. Guess we have to wait. Internet. Oh, did I not? I did that before, but I think it took a moment. Let me try if I see it here. Tor. No, it says Tor 031 running on Linux. Is libvent, blah blah blah, OpenSSL, Tor can't help you if you use it wrong. Yeah, I know that. So warnings above. Might just be that my computer's a little bit slow. Because I have it installed on my laptop actually. So I'm surprised that it takes a little longer. Might just be screwing this video here. Okay, what we can in between, and I just run it on my terminal. Maybe there was something I haven't seen. Oh yeah. That's my YouTube downloading. You see, I'm busy with YouTube downloading. Handbrake. You know, just use this. Sudo image Tor brand. Let's see what it does. Super secret password. One new item you're reading. 101. No outdated package were found on your system, so it should be working fine. As I said, sometimes it takes a little longer before it shows up here somewhere. Yeah. Okay, that's weird. Alright, but we're not giving up here. Let me see what we can do. That's weird that my Tor is not showing up. Let's see if I make my super duper command Tor. Oh, look at this. What are we doing now? Command Tor. Tor. Let's see what that does. No, I can't overuse something. Let's use a wine. A glass of wine, that will be fine. That rhymes, give me a 9. Okay, anyway. I forgot how I did it on my laptop. I just had it running. I know that. Okay. I might have been gone to the Tor website. Gentoo. Tor wiki. Well, let's just go to Tor project. I should have checked this, right? But I think it's maybe not too bad to see that, because I've got all the same down pitfalls like everybody else. Here's Linux, you see, let's stay. Don't look for Windows. No way, under no circumstances. 64-bit. Let's use this. Quick. Save. Run. It's not asking me that. Usually it asks. Yeah. Witness my fast internet. Yeah, I've got a new ISP and I get 3 megabyte, not megabits, megabyte download. That's 25 megabits, which is pretty neat. Yeah, you know what, guys? Shame on me. I remember now, yes, I did it like that. The same like I did with Waterfox. That's what I did here. But I think when I started Tor, it actually created its own entry. At least it found its own icon, I think. We will see. We will see. We will figure it out here. Let's try and error in lifetime. That's how it goes, right? As I said, I'm a little bit unprepared, I guess. But yeah, I lost far more time for 2 weeks now than I thought I would lose. Not that I'm unhappy. I'm just unprepared, I would think. So here it goes. Here, Tor Browser. Let's take Tor Browser. No, we don't want it here. We want it in my apps. There's apps. I think that's all Steve Jobs' job. Yeah, that we say apps. Nowadays, everything is apps. Before we had programs, applications, and whatsoever. To a setup, that's what we want. So I can remove my little tiny wine glass here. Alright guys, that's how the cookie crumbles. Okay, hold on. Connect. Here this is just, I would like to make a direct connection to the Tor network. This will work in the most situations. So I don't go for any of the other stuff. It does this connection thing. As I said, don't use it for criminal stuff. Use it for your convenience. If you don't want to share your data, if you just want to search something and don't want everybody to see what you're doing, then this is what it is. Because I just think nobody has the right to do that, isn't it? Preferences. All I want. Yeah, forget about this. I'll do that another time. So here's some information. So now we actually IP. Oh, I think it does it here too, right? Donate. Test Tor network settings. Show my IP address. Your GeoIP. I'm in Hungary in the moment, in Budapest. That's actually not that true. Because I sit here secret in North America, in Canada, right? Which is good, which is nice. I like it a lot. See, that shows that IP address. So you're really kind of safe. Don't do any funky stuff. Don't enable something like Java, Flash, and all this stuff, because, I mean, Flash is, I don't know if it was created to create security risks. It's just pretty bad. Java, no way. Who needs it, actually? It's not that you really need it. And then there is a free Java or Open Java, which is supported by the Free Software Society from Stallman, which, yeah, people make jokes about him, but that means he's right? Because every time somebody says something what is true and alarming, they will be ridiculed, right? Because that is the way. I mean, it's still better than killing them and giving them out car accidents and all this stuff, right? So I'm putting myself on the line. Oh, Molly, save me. So here I put my Tor network. Where is it? I put it. I can't. Why not? I'll put it here. There goes my Tor. Create launcher. Terrain. Move. Here's my Tor now. So here I am. That's the Tor network. It is very nice. Keeps your data safe. Don't do any funky stuff. And then you can sleep with a nice, good conscience every night. Well, if you just want to Google and stuff, so do not use this for torrents or video downloads, big stuff and something like that, because it runs through other people's computer. That's why it is untraceable on the end. So don't put too much stress on it. So just use it for Googling, searching what you want to search, and no criminal no criminal stuff, please here. So don't use it for bad stuff. It's not meant for it. It's just to keep your security, right? It's the same like if you encrypt your data, that doesn't mean you have criminal content. It just means you don't want everybody to be able tampering with your data. No, cannot be. Let's see if I have Tor now here. No, look at this, I still have done Tor. However, earlier or later we're going to do it. And properties. Panel. No. Oh, I wanted this guy here. Properties. Tor Browser. Yeah, so I could change stuff. I like it here. So here's some more important stuff. This is the daily things-ish. And so now we know how to put Tor on. One guy, shame on me, I forgot his name. This cannot be. I cannot forget names. I think this guy, Brad Hefferman. I think that was a gentleman, and he told me if I want to use, if I want to open my beloved little porthole, then I should just write GKSU before it, and then I would start it as root. So I wouldn't have to do a sudo image. I will give it a shot now, sweetie. Look at this! Duran! It started really... Oh, wrong password. So it really asks not for your sudo password, it is asking for the administration password. Oh, that is neat. Duran, look at this. It worked. So, Brad Hefferman, or Hefferman, whatever. Thank you so much for this. It's actually a nice idea. Great stuff, yeah, very nice. Did not know this, so now I know how to start terminal applications, which I start through terminal as root. That's not even as sudo anymore. This is pure root, which is nice. So yeah, I love it. So if I would go, why did Tor not show? Tor, you see VPN Tor. So I got that. Maybe that makes this work fine. I don't know. So you see now I can say unmerge and stuff like that. Or if I look for, did I put VLC player on? I think I did not. Oh, I did. Okay. Clementine. It came with Clementine. That's good. I think it even came with VLC. Let's say YouTube. YouTube dear, YouTube viewer. So here I could say, look at this, emerge. It doesn't say anymore sudo emerge, it says no emerge. So it's really working here as root, which is very nice. Shout out to you, Brad Hefferman. Thank you so much for your comment. And I just put that on because there will be a time when other people, or they don't follow the whole series, that just check something. I hope this video doesn't attract any criminal people. We have enough of this. And governments do not like the competition, so don't do any criminal stuff. And you don't need to, right? Keep in mind there is a God and he's watching 24/7. So don't do funky stuff. However, so we did this. I made a video. Yeah, I was afraid I don't make a video, but I wanted to make a video. So that was one little tiny security, right? Here, security, more privacy than security. So you can actually open this up. Don't do anything. I would just use it as is. Don't change anything, so that you don't open potholes, right? So that people can backdoors and stuff like Java, Flash, and all these security risk softwares or add-ons and stuff like that. So don't use any add-ons, don't use any funky stuff like Flash. And oh, look, why is it struggling? Why do you struggle so much? Is it maybe... Sometimes I saw that programs have conflicts, you see like this. Why? I have no idea, but you see in the moment I closed Waterfox, Tor worked just fine. And I think that might be part of the security, right? Because they don't want you to be tracked. So they want you to enjoy, actually. So now you can go securely to DuckDuckGo. And it's just sad that all these big companies abusing their power. That's pretty shame, is that? That's a huge shame. I can't believe that people do it. But that's what it is nowadays. You can hear the HTTP everywhere is on. Block unencrypted request, so you can do that. So you see, they give you a good add-on. So it's some kind of encryption. You're all over the place of the world. Every time you click something, you end up in a different place. Because it runs through a huge network of different desktop computers and laptops whatsoever from other people who are so kind and using Tor and give you the opportunity to tour around, do things, can't be tracked back. So don't do funky stuff. Play around a little bit about it. Maybe I do some more information. So for BitScript, you see. So that making sure. Yes, in this browser, United States, France. Oh, that's nice. They're taking care of your privacy. It's the same. We had TrueCrypt. TrueCrypt was an amazing encryption software for your hard drive and stuff like that. I think that the good companies like NSA and whatever, MI5, they had trouble actually decrypting your encrypted stuff, and that they went to the TrueCrypt team and kind of told them, so you're doing a far too good job, we can't have that, so stop doing it or you might get in a car accident. So in their wisdom, then TrueCrypt wrote something totally funky to stop their project, an excuse why they would do it. It's ridiculous. I think everybody, especially in Linux, everybody knew what's going on. I don't take what they said, not at all, ever. Good. Before I talk myself in too big trouble here, I think it comes to an end, alright? So we could go into data encryption in general. Just let me know in the comments what you would like to see. Maybe you would like to see how, I think nowadays they call it Lucas, which we use for drive encryption. There's still TrueCrypt out. What you can use, there is a predecessor from TrueCrypt. Haven't used it yet. We have to have a look into it. I think, yeah, we should do this. Maybe I'll do some security and privacy checkups and tools. So that could help. You see, I'm still having no script. I'm still pulling everything out of my head the way it comes in. And I hope I didn't get carried away too much today, because I wasn't talking much about Microsoft and Firefox. Here, see, that's just a warning example. That's maybe why it's red. It means stop, do not go. You know, today I saw on Facebook somebody writing, Firefox is in competition again with Google. Yeah, in what? In spying? In counting clicks? What the heck? So I have no interest in either. So I use Chromium for web pages which need translation. And then I use Waterfox for my daily stuff. You have seen that. And if you search for something you don't want to be associated with, because I don't know if your data gets sold to employers, big companies, whatsoever. So you look up for somebody, something, any illness whatsoever, and then all of a sudden you get associated with that over and over again, and you don't want it. So use Tor wisely. No criminal activities, please, guys. Hold your fire. Don't do any funky stuff. There's actually no need to do anything. I mean, I can't understand what people do. You know, like across the border here, people kill for $20. I think we had a kill here, even in my town. I don't know what it was for. Ridiculous reasons. Guys, if somebody annoys you, turn around, walk away. You know, if we want to kill all stupid people, we will be pretty alone. And what is if somebody thinks we are stupid? So then we get killed. So stop killing people. Humans do not kill humans. Whoever teach this is wrong. We have a God, and He told us, no go. It's a no go. Do not do this. And yeah, I give it away. I'm a Christian. I'm still a stumbling Christian. That doesn't make me perfect whatsoever, but I'm 100% sure God is out there. Jesus is real. And what people like to forget is He's coming back, and He gave us a description of how it's going to be on earth before He comes back. So we don't know the exact time, but we get some signs, right? Like you can see winter coming or fall. And man, these signs coming in, pouring this bucket. But that's no fear-mongering, because you don't have to be afraid. So all you need to do is ask Jesus in your life. Job done. You're safe. Unconditioned. There's no condition in it. Conditions, human makes condition. Making conditions. So just, by the way, just take it, ask Jesus in your life, and you will see how your life starts changing. And in worst case scenario, you become a better man. Woohoo! Isn't that great? So, Calculate Linux is what I use. Tor, I haven't made much use out of Tor here, because I use Google, for example. When I look for NAS stations, I would like to see, they pull all the data out, Of course, they want you to buy here or there, whatsoever. But they pull out different devices, so and then I compare, right? If I haven't seen anything, then I compare what they have. I'm looking in a moment into Synology. I'm using FreeNAS right now, and I will always have a FreeNAS box. There's no way around it. It's really nice, all my hard drives are encrypted and good stuff. So I can go in that too one day, and I think one day I will even show different distros, but just to introduce them. And usually, if I do my daily business, if I do my work, I do it here on Calculate Linux. There's no reason not to do it, because it's not complicated. I might make some more funny videos to attract more people to it, if I ever can be funny. I'm not that funny anymore, isn't it? Since I have a busy head, it's difficult to be funny. And then again, security and privacy is such a annoying subject, let's say. This is a long video, isn't it? Okay, guys, I cut that short, and I promise to make them shorter. Maybe 20 minutes, 30 max. I don't even know how long that video is now, but I can feel the time going by. We have 22:11 here already. Sandman is coming soon and throwing sand in my eyes, and then I have to sleep and wake up tomorrow and go and make people happy. And after that, I will make another video. Guys, I have to work on a PowerPoint presentation, so that will take me some time, because I will do part-time driving instructor. I finish my commercial pilot license soon. I did my written exam. I just have to do the flight test. But I was lazy, so I have to do lots of work to pass my flight exam. And then I would like to do a flight instructor. I know that there are potential killers coming. Everybody tries to kill me. But that's fine. I teach them how not to do it. And the same might be happening as driving instructor. So if I'm not showing up one day, then one of these guys got me. Either on the street or on a plane. I try to stay alive. Please write. Let me know what you would like to see. Any ideas? Anything you would like to see? What you're missing? I try to find these niche things like YouTube DL. What did I use? Midnight Commander, these little things, because Midnight Commander, I was really using terminal, SCP, blah, 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 and endless typing. And I thought, boomer, that's so much work. And then somebody said, why don't you use Midnight Commander? I said, what? So I remembered, there was Midnight Commander, because that's an old file manager. And it's very powerful. Very simple in how it looks like, but it's very powerful. Don't underestimate it. And it's a very helpful tool. I made a video about it, and I got carried away there too. I think it's part of my brand here, the Carried Away channel. Okay, at least I'm not carried away with my Calculate Linux because it's reliable, it's fast, it's not doing any funky stuff. I can do my updates. Yeah, I'm just happy with it. It's great. Oh yeah, so why I'm looking into that network access storage? Because I use my old gaming computer, which has an NVIDIA graphic card, an AMD CPU, quad-core, and I would like to use that again. I would like to put Calculate Linux on, Calculate Linux, and put War Thunder on, get Play on Linux working, because I can install the NVIDIA graphic card, and then I can show you guys that too. And it's easy. I can swap, got a hot swap 2.5-inch hard drive case there, where I can swap these drives, and then I can, in worst cases, show some other distros. As I said, usual. Even with, I had that with Linux Mint. It did not work on my wife's laptop. It was a nightmare. The wireless network dropped and vanished, popped up again, and I tried to fix it, and I said, screw it, why am I working here so hard? There's other stuff out, right? And so then I tried Solid XK. I got that MX16. That's a very nice tool, a very nice program. I must say, very stable. But so the moment I'm here as a Calculate fan, and usually I stick with these things. I don't know what it is, but really what impresses me. I think it's because it has everything Arch has without the Arch glitch. Don't get me wrong, Arch is a very nice, fast, easy to use and Linux version, and it has everything you can imagine. It's there. And yes, you can avoid stuff like you can say I ignore updates. Like if you use Kilian Live or whatsoever, you can say okay, I'm happy with that version. Then you put it on your ignore list, so it won't be updated anymore. So you keep it. Yeah, and if you don't use KDE, I mean KDE is a good thing. Don't get me wrong, but too many glitches in the updates. You know what happened to this quality control stuff in the good old days? What can you do? So as I said, I use XFCE. I'm totally happy with XFCE. And people say, "Oh, it's not modern." Pardon me, what is it not modern? It does everything it wants. I want it to do. You can theme it if you want to, but as you see, I use the Calculate Linux theme. That's another thing. I would think people looking for distros, how they theme their stuff, how they make it look like. And they're not so really interested what is the base, as long as they can get all the software they need for their daily work. And that meanwhile, there was almost German slipping out. Did you hear that? That is meanwhile standard, isn't it? Everybody has LibreOffice on it, so you do have an Office package. And if some Microsoft users say, "Oh, but look at the formatting, it's wrong," yeah, what the heck? Go download LibreOffice, open it with that. Or if you have to transfer it, just send it as a PDF, print it as a PDF, which is totally easy in Linux. Having said this, I have to show you guys that is not working by default in Calculate Linux. So I have to make a video and show you guys how you activate print into files, right? I have to look that up, by the way. I haven't used that forever, in 3 days. And so, yeah, so there are coming some ideas, you see, that's good. So I will go back to data encryption for you guys, so how to do that, especially if you travel with your laptop and stuff like that. So we have to look into the predecessor from TrueCrypt, because that is really, really, really good. For email encryption, you can use Proton Mail or PGP. That works too. With Cleopatra, you can set up your keys. It's nowadays it's totally easy. When I started with all that stuff, it was more hard work. But that was the time of needle printer. So we don't have that anymore. I think that video goes on forever, isn't it? Okay, guys, I'm sorry I got carried away. Like the video, subscribe, send me some ideas you have. And as I said, what was his name? His name was Brad Heffernan. Brad Heffernan. So he gave me that GKSU in front of the program you want to start as in the terminal, or you want to start with your launcher. And then not in a terminal, sorry, just in a launcher. If you create a launcher, you put that GKSU in front of it, and you will start it as root. Not as a sudo, you start it as root. And that's nice to know. So I like it. That's a good exchange. And as I said, if this video helps just one person to get something running, oh, look at this, what's happening here. If it just helps one person, I'm totally happy. Because I have these niche things myself that I look for something and then, oh, how do I find it? And how can I do it? And then all of a sudden you find one video explaining it nicely to you, and yeah, that's great. By the way, I've got the same thing on Vidme, but you see, over limit. I've got somewhere, over limit. I think Vidme is standing on their own toes. So I'll just leave them on. Maybe one day I've got 50 followers and can become, whatever they call it, certified user, because then I can use categories and I can upload more. There are limitations here in Vidme, and I wonder how they want to become big if they limit people right away. But I think that's not my business. I use it. Seems to be they are more interested in games. Don't have so much time with games in a moment. Yeah, I do play my games, but I'm not recording them. And I have in the next 2 weeks at least less time. I think on Sunday I can pick up my plane, the repair is done. If the weather's alright, I can pick that up. If I would have a GoPro, I could make videos with that too. So, yeah, I should have one. But money is rare. As I said, this channel will not be monetary, so you don't have to see... what was this guy's name? He's there forever. He wants to persuade you to go on a website and make Linux courses and everything. It's in my head, it just doesn't come out, his name. Which is good, because that means I haven't seen it. Because if you watch YouTube videos, let's say about Linux, this guy pops up. And, okay. No, I don't do it. I was just thinking if I should do it, call this up, then you can see this guy. Yeah, so this won't be monetary. If it ever overcomes me, I'll put something on, maybe like PayPal.me or what is it, Patreon. But right now, I'm far away from it. This is my payback, and if I would make really money with that, then I would put that into hardware, which I can use then to make better videos, or even get that GoPro camera and put it in my plane, right? Because that would be nice for some people maybe to see what you can all do in a plane. And I flew in the north, kind of bush piloting for 1 year, so that was exciting actually. We'll see what comes, right? So my idea is to become flight instructor. I will still do flights around here, of course, I always do. And see how that goes. First I have to pass my CPL, of course. Well, I'll make it. Okay guys, here is this YouTube videos. I do need your help. I need to have some ideas of you in the comments, what you like, what you don't like. Be gentle on me, guys. That's my channel. I'm learning while I'm doing. I'm talking a lot. It's a lot actually. I had no idea what to do when I opened this do the recording software and said, okay, just do Tor. So I did Tor. Now I'm talking more about the channel and what to do, how to do, and I need input. Guys. And I'm very grateful for Brad telling about this GKSU. And I'll leave it in because I like it. Once it's done, it's done. It's perfect. I got this HTOP video. Yay, you're good, genius. How did you do it? So, explain that. Alright guys, this is it for now. Yeah, I will try to make shorter videos because tomorrow I've got a long day and I have to do that PowerPoint presentation for Thursday. Wish me luck guys. I would like to do the driving instructor too. There's more work to come. This is just the first hurdle to take. There are some courses I have to take and I can lose my driving license if I can't do it. Unnecessary risk, right? However, that's how it is. Yeah, don't abuse Tor, guys. Do not. This is not a channel supporting criminal activities, okay? That is just for your privacy and security. Stay safe. Don't share everything you have. It's like there's stuff you send in a postcard and there's stuff you send in a letter. And the reason is, in a letter, you don't want the postman or anybody else who touches it to read it. And nobody has to. right? Well, what happened? That all of a sudden everybody's offended? That was happening first, and now everybody thinks they have to spy on people. What the heck? Get to your own life. Spy on your own life. I think they have enough to do with their own. So, before I get carried away, there's a black van in front of my door. I have to see what... No, there's not. Not yet. At least. Maybe they're in Budapest. Let's see where I'm now here, okay? Where are we? Test your network. Because I think every time it changes... Your IP address, 777. You see, that's again different. So if I say here... show my IP. Brand. I like that a lot, actually. See, I have a very fast internet, but it of course slows down here with Tor, which is okay. As I said, it's not your daily driver where you go and do funky stuff. You have viewed this page 5 times. Your lookup limit has been reached. See, I actually open it second time, so it means somebody else checked it just to see what's going on, what's it doing. Interesting, isn't it? So now my IP address is 207, 244. You're probably going, well, where am I here? IP lookup, show my IP, find address. Can I do it? It's doing some stuff here. Where am I now? Create a profile on Facebook.com. World's largest online community. No! Do I have to click that away? IP lookup. Use of injection modeling. You see, you never save. Even something is red. Trace my IP address. Track. Brand. That might be very interesting to see, Just you can play around it. Usually you will see that your IP address, you are jumping all over the world because everybody who's using it is sharing it. So somebody will have my IP address one day. Look at this. Trace my IP. What's my IP? Oh, I'm running Windows 7 and I've got Mozilla Firefox here. That's interesting, isn't it? And my screen is 1000 by 900 and DuckDuckGo. That's what it is now. It's very interesting. So if you see display, terrain. So my resolution is actually 1920 by 1080, which is nice. It's not working, and I'm not using Windows 7. Windows 7, you can at least that you can still secure a little, right? With Windows 10, it's over. No privacy. You use Windows 10, you're sitting in a glass house. Just be aware of it. And I can't believe that companies. That speaks books to me actually, and I don't want to say too much. How can a company use Windows 10 and be concerned about data protection or security? So that just as a hint before I get carried away again. Yeah, look at this. So I'm not here actually. I'm not using Windows 10. This is not Firefox. It is not. Does it say anything? It's a Tor browser. I think they use kind of a Firefox like WaterFox. It's really based and built on it. What you see? It's nice. Sweden. I've got it. Oh, that's a Sweden number. Look at this. Sweden 62. So I'm actually in Sweden now. I'm not. So thank you for the Sweden guys to use. I speak Swedish now. To use Tor and let me use the IP. So this is jumping all over the place. Every time you check something, you go to a different place. So it might not be the best option to actually log into your bank account, because it might just do some funky stuff. Because if the bank will always check your IP or try to check your IP to make sure there is no abuse. So if you sit in the United States and somebody in Spain is logging in, then they might get alarmed and say, oh, what's going on here? Right? And try to protect you. So yeah, not everything is bad, but there are bad people out, and there's bad companies out, and I don't understand why normal people tolerate this, support this. So as I said, I'm not buying anything from Microsoft or for Microsoft. I will talk later, maybe one day, about my Apple experience, because I use my little iPad as navigation tool with ForeFlight. So I can tell you some stories with that too. And they're not funny. Actually, they are ish. Because you can't just rely on something like this. You always have to have maps. So, that should get me through my commercial flights, shouldn't it? Okay, so I spoke good stuff here, I hope. Again, shout out to Brett. Thank you so much. And if you know things, guys, let me know. And I'll make a video about it. Maybe a shorter one for once. Okay. This is it, guys. And you can see with XFCE, you can have on every workspace, you can have your own little tiny. That's on my bucket list. One day I will be walking it. You will see me over there here or somewhere there. So I will be walking the Wall of China. The Great Wall of China. So this is it, guys. I have to see Sandman and close my eyes. Oh, I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock here. Time to go to bed. I have to stand up early again tomorrow. Make 8 hours a day. People happy. Get my PowerPoint presentation done and do some nice stuff about encryption for you guys, or something else I find. If you write something in your comments you would like to see, I might just pick that up. Just be patient with me. I have very little time for 2 weeks. After that, everything should improve. I hope it works. Okay, guys, stay with me. Give me ideas, comments. Don't let me down. Be patient, right? Okay, so this is it. You see, I can't even speak anymore. So, guys, have a good night or good day, wherever you are, whatever you do. Don't do criminal stuff with Tor, okay? So you have been served notice. Tor is not for criminal stuff. Don't use it for this, okay? This is it, guys. Have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, good lunchtime, whatsoever. Have a good life, have a meaningful life. And I see you soon. Bye-bye. It's not working. Look at this. Second time, guys. Oh, okay. I have to do it like this. See, if I press F6, it should stop recording. It just doesn't.